What's up, guys? It's Chief here, and in today's video, we got a ton to get into. We're going to be going over my next all-in investment I'm making, future stars investments, and a ton of other things. So let's go ahead and dive into this. And the first thing I want to hit on is basically just the content that EA dropped today and how it's impacting the market. So in terms of SBCs, the main thing that we got today is this 86 plus hero player pick, and it requires an 84 and 86 rated squad straight up, no team of the weeks or anything. So not a ton of people are really doing this SBC. It's got a lot of down votes on Footbin, but it is kind of driving the price of 84s up, which is nice because in yesterday's video or our last video and in the Discord, we called 84s for you guys. So those are pretty much close to 3K now, and they started the week at 2K. So if you got in on 84s, those look very, very good. And again, this isn't really impacting the market a ton, but just something to look at there. And then the big thing that EA dropped today, which we also mentioned in the last video would be coming, is on top of the attackers future stars evolution thing, they today dropped a defender one. So first of all, shout out Sergio Gomez. We're going to get him done for the team. That is phenomenal. And it's not really a ton of crazy cards that I see a lot of people completing and kind of like driving people towards certain links. The main thing that I saw here was this Svava card. Basically, we got another Real Madrid one of these. It seems like a lot of people are doing the Real Madrid cards, and there's a future star Guler who's also Real Madrid. So I think we're going to see a lot of these kind of Real Madrid cards slowly rise in price together. And the one big card that I wanted to mention that we looked at in the last video was that honorable mention Carmona card. And the reason I wanted to talk about it was basically just because she had a massive rise, right? When we got that future star card. She went up to like 97,000 coins, and we showed you that in the last video. Now she has absolutely plummeted because we basically got a direct replacement for her that's completely free. So that's just kind of another example. Last video, we kind of hit on how these kind of cards can make things on the market rise, and that's a great example of how these kind of free cards in evolutions can make things just plummet in price. So that's it's not really crazy content today. So let's kind of dive into, first of all, where the market's moving and kind of what I'm doing to make coins right now. So the first thing I want to hit on is basically just gold fodder. Gold fodder is getting to a really, really nice point to invest in. You'll know from our last video, I bought a bunch of 83s just because every single day we're getting that 85 double pack that requires a bunch of 83s to submit. So people are just lazy buying them for like 1,400 coins. So if you want to make easy coins, you can literally just buy 83s and list them all for like 1,300 coins, especially around content. I'm sure you're going to sell absolutely loads of them. So I think 83s throughout the week are going to be a really easy way to make coins. They're still minimum price, so you can just pick them up, list them up for more, and they're going to be going. Now, the next thing then is going to be those 84 cards, which we talked about. Now, 84s, I think there's definitely potential for these to continue to rise this week. And I honestly don't think you guys are too late to get in on these cards, although it's going to be much higher risk now. So as you can see here, 84s are basically all the way up to 3,000 coins, up basically 1,000 coins from Friday, which is really, really nice here for those that got in on the investment. So GG to you guys. I wouldn't really sell yet because, again, I think there's quite a bit of time and room for them to rise. Now, the interesting part of this gold fodder is going to be the 85, 86, and 87 range. These are getting pretty cheap for where they've been at in recent times, and I think it's getting to the point where I'm almost going to have to invest in these cards. Now, the way these rise is always going to be like upgrade SBCs that come out. So tomorrow, Monday, is going to be a massive day in terms of how the market moves, because typically what we get when we get upgrades, especially as of recent, is we're going to get some kind of casino SBC, like an 83 times 10 or something, and it's going to refresh like every day or every 2 days, whatever it may be. So these cards just slowly rise throughout the week. So even if you don't get them at their lowest point, you can still buy and they'll just slowly rise as time goes on. So whatever's required tomorrow on Monday when we get upgrade SBCs, I think is going to do really, really well throughout the week. So 85, 86, 87 range is definitely interesting here. I'm not exactly buying in yet, but I want to keep an eye on it because it's getting really low. Now, cards I definitely recommend you guys buy, these 86 cards, Ricky, Lemuel, and Germa. They're literally the cheapest possible 86s. They're specials that are currently in packs, and you're getting them for like discard price. The lowest these can go is 10,500. So if you want a super low risk investment and some cool cards, pick up those future stars that are 86 rated and the cheapest in their rating. And you can do this for the 87s as well. You can look at Barrios, you can look at Endo. These are going to be good options again. So make sure to check those out. I'm just going to go ahead and club stock those, meaning I'm going to buy one of each of those really, really cheap future stars and just kind of hold them because they're going to go up. It just could potentially be a longer hold. So make sure to check those cards out as well. So that's kind of our gold fodder thing. Now, getting into my like all in play that I'm going to make, I'm basically just going to go all in on team of the weeks. We haven't had a team of the week requirement here. So these cards, which is honestly a blessing, these team of the weeks are getting down towards like the 18K range right now. You can pick these up for 18,000 coins very, very easily, which is a phenomenal price, especially looking at what they've been just over like the last couple months has been insane. And last week alone, we saw these go from 18K up to 24K. So you can make some really, really crazy coins off these. And if you're up towards that like 1 million coin mark, this is so much easier than like buying a bunch of 84s, which could potentially be more profitable, but it takes so much time. So I'm going to focus on team of the week cards. I'm going to go all in on team of the weeks, and just keep in mind, it could be a longer hold because with team of the weeks, it's all dependent upon how often they require these. Like with the hero player pick today, didn't require team of the weeks at all. Team of the weeks dropped a little bit. So it could be a longer hold, but I'm going to be putting basically all of my coins into those team of the weeks. That is the plan. And another reason for that as well is this 83 plus team of the week player pick a lot of times will kind of be a driving force of team of the weeks, because if people can complete this for cheaper than they can buy a team of the week, then they'll just do this. And with the prices of 83s, 84s, and 85s, I think only increasing soon, this will drive the price of the team of the week player pickup, which should also drive the price of team of the weeks up if they get required. So that's kind of my overall like fodder team of the week SBC card type of view. Going to be going all in on team of the weeks. Now let's talk about some quick, really easy investments, especially for those of you on a low budget, is going to be UCL marquee matchups. Obviously, the men's marquee matchups comes back this week. Last week, women's UCL marquee matchups came back, and they dropped UCL marquee matchups SBC. So the number one thing that I'm going to look at here is going to be the 2 Tuesday games seem to be kind of like the best options to invest in. So the first one we have is Real Madrid and RB Leipzig. You can get these cards for really, really cheap. I think you can get the commons for almost discard, as you can see. So it's not really going to hurt you to just throw these in your club if you want to buy a bunch of them, and because you're getting them for the cheapest possible price for basically every club we're going to look at. Leipzig and Real Madrid, they're dirt cheap right now. Might as well just pick these up and throw them in your club, especially if you're on a low budget. Now, where there's potential for massive coins is Manchester City Copenhagen. Now, the Man City cards, these can do quite well in SBCs. We saw it as of recent. These did really well when it was required that you have a City player. City players went to like 4,000 coins. Now, where coins can really be made is the Copenhagen players. I think they only have 4 golds. I believe they're Denmark. If not, I'm an idiot. They are. So Copenhagen only has 4 golds on the game, I think. And you can see their commons are still discard price. Last time Copenhagen was required for an SBC, these cards went completely extinct at 10K. So again, there's zero risk here, and you could make a disgusting amount of coins if they require that you have a Copenhagen player. So for all those Champions League matchups, you can even do the other games, like I think it's PSG Sociedad and then Bayern Lazio. You could go ahead and pick cards up from all these clubs, just store them in your club, and if they go up, they go up. It's discard price, it's low budget, it's very, very simple, and I recommend you check it out if you don't have too many coins. Now, the last thing I wanted to hit on was some of these future stars cards as investments. These are getting really, really cheap. For example, Harvey Elliott here, I didn't think this card would be this cheap. I think he's down to like 80K or something. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so this Harvey Elliott card is getting close to like 70,000 coins. They have double play style pluses. The ones that have good links, I think, are going to be very usable. I My worry with this is it's a 2 week promo, right? And typically with 2 week promos, these team one cards take a little bit longer to rise, just because people get hyped over over team two, and they just kind of like forget about these, right? So I think these are good buys at the price, but you just got to keep in mind with this team too, maybe these don't get a ton of hype. Now, as usual with investing on these promo cards, what I always tell you guys is sort them by games played, because this shows you over the community which cards are getting used the most. So the ones that are getting used the most here, Arda Guler, because of all those free Real Madrid cards we were just talking about, and Harvey Elliott, because he's Premier League, he's Liverpool, he's got a good card. So if you're going to invest, I'm kind of looking at these two. And then this Luka Ba card, I think could also be a decent buy. Just a French Bundesliga center back with great stats. You can't really go wrong with that. So if you're looking at these Future Stars cards, those are kind of the ones I would look at right now. And typically Sunday morning, Thursday morning. I know Sunday morning is past, but these cards are still at good prices as per what they were this morning. So I think those are all good options. But guys, that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.